This Monday at 6:30, May 26th. I'm Michael Gargiulo. Darlene Rodriguez is the morning off. Emily West is in for Adele Caballero watching commuter alerts and for people coming back from their fantastic vacations. I'm sure everyone had. And Storm Reporter's Maria LaRosa is here with a look at our weather. So we finally got the day that we wanted.
I know, or maybe starting them, right?
That's right,
have a
absolutely.
long week for maybe some of the kids. It's looking spectacular. I mean, what a day. The payoff after some chilly, rainy days is this. And looking at the Hudson, Tracy Strahan telling us, so we got that amazing flyover coming up soon. The winds have eased up as well. So that's one factor in making it a little extra comfortable out there this morning. Not the gusty winds. With that said, it is on the cool side, of course. 43 in Poughkeepsie, 39 in Monticello. We're at 53 in the city. Islip at 51. Belmar, you're coming in at 49 degrees. So no rainfall in the region. We can see from the mid-Atlantic, central and southern plains, southern plains into the south and the southeast, stormy. That's the weather hang up. And for as far as travel goes, could be a real problem during the day today. No problems for us. By 1 o'clock, close to 70 degrees, low 70s for the afternoon. A few more clouds later on today, but it does stay dry. And then fair skies overnight, back into the 50s tomorrow morning. 6:31 right now. Emily, how are things looking?
Well, Maria, overall, traffic is pretty light, but you will get stuck if you're on 18. Northbound, pretty serious crash here into Newman Springs Road, so you can see that big backup back to 79. A lot of delays. Also slowdowns right near this sinkhole repair on 80, 15 northbound at Pondview Drive. Got to another accident causing some slowdowns. Looking pretty good, though. Grand Central Parkway, if you're heading to LaGuardia, shouldn't have any problems getting there. And alternate side parking rules and the meter rules, they are suspended today. Michael?
All right, Emily, thank you very much. We're checking with Maria. Great view there, Maria.
Beautiful view. It's bright and lovely from the Hudson and Jersey City looking into Manhattan. Lovely today, and that keeps going. 72 degrees by tomorrow, 75, but more clouds. By the time we get to Wednesday, it's back to the 60s, back to showers, and we do stay unsettled straight to the start of the weekend. So I'm going to break down the latest timing coming up in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you. Still to come. Carl?
In Newark on 1 and 9. This is right near 78 coming up. I will update you on that crash on 18, which is causing some big delays. But first, Michael, live check of the Cuomo Bridge, where you got a very nice go.
Emily, thank you so much. Remember, you can now watch Today New York at 7 a.m. Live local news continues wherever you stream News 4. Great. Well, I talked to a lot of sailors on the USS New York. They really want to go to Yankees games. They want to go to Mets games. So they're going to get a chance to do that, the Mets today.
I mean, today's game sounds amazing.
Yeah, I mean, all that's going on.
Wow. All right. Captain Sully Sullenberger, looking forward to that. All right. As you mentioned, 4:10 first pitch. Sun and clouds, very pleasant, light winds for the game. First pitch at 71 degrees at first pitch. Upper 60s by the time you head home. And again, at dry skies. Overall, though, pick a spot anywhere in our region, including at the beaches, and we're looking good. From Long Island, Jersey Shore, Connecticut. This morning, obviously a little cool, not as gusty as yesterday. By 4 p.m., still a lot of sunshine, low to mid 60s. So remember that sunscreen. So even though it's cool, that sun is strong. All the wet weather away from us, including from the mid-Atlantic, but a lot going on across the central and southern plains. South and southeast today will be bumpy rides. If you've got travel plans that take you in those directions, something to keep in mind. Obviously, no need for that today in our area, looking great. We quickly see that turn, though. Tomorrow, first the clouds. Then by Wednesday, looking at some showers, even a few rumbles of thunder, but it's waves of rain again as we get to Wednesday and Thursday especially, keeping our temperatures down. So it's another temperature hit here before we still stay a bit unsettled Friday and Saturday with some showers and thunderstorms possible. But temperature-wise, again, we go back into the 60s briefly before we're back into the 70s. Average highs by the end of the month. 75 degrees, so this time of year we're right about 74, and keeping in mind by Sunday we start June 1st. That's a meteorological summer, but also the start of hurricane season. Obviously the peak not until late August, early September, but we are always watching the Atlantic. Right now, nothing to watch but blue skies. Coney Island from EarthCam looking gorgeous, so definitely a place to be today. 55 degrees currently at Central Park, headed up to 72. Sunset, by the way, at 8:16. We'll see 56 degrees overnight tonight. 75 for tomorrow, so still mild before the showers, and a few thunderstorms keep us a bit cooler into the 60s Wednesday and Thursdays. By Friday and Saturday, still stormy, but then we settle into some nice warm June weather, mid and upper 70s into next week. All right, 6:48 right now. Emily, what's going on?
Well, closure, Maria. We've got 18 northbound. That is shut down. Marlboro Township between Newman Springs Road and Tennant Road. So seeing quite a bit of delay there. Plus, 109 northbound at 78 in Newark. Another accident. One on 15, not far from these sinkhole repairs on 80, but this is 15 northbound right near Pondview Drive. Taconic at 55. Another accident. This one's, though, off to the side. Not really too bad. Let's check out your ride here. You can see Kew Gardens Interchange. Things are pretty light and quiet. Same at the Alexander Hamilton Bridge. We do have delays both directions on the G train. Let's get a check of the gas prices. If you got to fill up before you head out, $3.13 per gallon in New York, New Jersey, $3.06, and you pay about $3.12 in Connecticut. Alternate side parking rules and the meters, they are suspended today. Michael?
Emily, thank you so much for streaming with us. It is Monday, May 26th. I'm Michael Gorjugo. Darlene Rodriguez is the morning off. Emily West is in for Adele Caballero watching the roads on this Memorial Day. And 74's Maria LaRosa here with a look at today's forecast. This is the day we've been waiting for, right?
I know. Talk about, really ending up beautifully after a couple of days that we were, maybe not so great. Chilly, rainy, breezy. But today it all comes together. It's perfect. We had bright skies and comfortable humidity. The winds have eased up. Where we're seeing the stormy weather, and if you've got travel plans where you may run into some problems across the central and southern plains, the south and the southeast, and a few scattered showers through the mid-Atlantic. But we find ourselves in a nice little zone here where it's cloud-free just about for now, and of course dry on the radar. Gusty winds, not a thing today. Still out of the northwest, so it's a cooler, dry breeze when it does kick in every now and then, but not to the level we saw the last few days. So enjoy. 67 degrees by noontime. A few more clouds by this afternoon. Again, no major problems. 72 will be the high. We'll see about 70 degrees through 5 p.m. And then fair skies heading into the overnight. Temperatures slipping back into the low and mid 50s. All right, let's see what may be slowing us down out there. Emily, good morning.
Good morning, Maria. Hi, everyone. Yeah, it's a pretty serious crash event here. Marlboro Township. This is 18 northbound shutdown between Newman Springs Road to Tennant Road. So you can see those big delays. Also slowdowns not too far from the sinkhole repair on 80, 15 northbound at Pondview Drive. Another accident there. Slowdowns, not going to find them this morning at the George Washington Bridge. There we go. There's that beautiful flag for Memorial Day. So it's a nice ride heading under there. Michael, back to you.
All right, Emily, thank you so much. Parades, cookout, Memorial Day. We want to check in with Maria. Everyone's waiting to see, can they bring the grills outside yet?
It's an emphatic yes, all caps and exclamation point, because it's really, really going to be a lovely day today. From Hoboken, Mount Vernon, Hauppauge, starting off in the low 50s, ending up into the low 70s, even through early evening, and rain-free. Not the case from midweek into the early part of the weekend, timing out the storminess coming up in the 10-day.
Maria, thank you. Still to come. The Knicks, they are in it.
All right, we got a disabled vehicle, though, in the local lanes, 8095 northbound. That's approaching exit 69, so you got a lane taken up, and otherwise, it's a pretty light go. But I'll tell you about the closure on 18. But first, let's get a live look at the Brooklyn Bridge. You got a great look at the bridge and the city, so things are doing pretty well this morning. You're watching Today in New York.
She's playing the game now, Maria.
So exciting. I love the price point, the energy, the cause, of course, all going to good things. And of course, now we've got the weather to wake up to. It's an added bonus. So we're clear sailing for today. Yes, sunny, dry to start the week. So I have to say that because I'm tracking showers by Wednesday. And yeah, while we cool off a bit with the showers, the warming trend kicks in again just in time as we begin June. So we'll take a look at that. But lovely. And we don't have the gusty winds, adding that little bit of that cool feeling like we've had the last few days. They've relaxed quite a bit. So again, all in all, very pleasant, comfortable. 65 degrees by 11 a.m., 70 by 2 o'clock, on our way up to 72. Don't forget the sunscreen. That while it's relatively cool compared to where we could be, right, we are looking at a strong sunshine. We've got calm winds and fair skies straight through this evening. All of the stormy weather away from us. In fact, it's hanging out through the mid-Atlantic, across the southeast, the south, and especially the central and southern plains right now. So unfortunately, that's where we're going to see some travel disruptions due to weather. weather, not in our area, thankfully. So it's one thing we can take off the table. Now that changes though midweek. As I mentioned, by Wednesday, some of that weather heads our way, that same system. And so we're looking at showers, even a few thunderstorms, nothing severe as we see it right now, but obviously rounds of rain, keeping it damp and dreary and keeping us in the 60s Wednesday and into Thursday. By Friday into Saturday, still some storminess around here. So we're going to keep an eye on that as we finish up May and meteorological spring. Yeah, we finished that. May 30th average highs right about 75 degrees. You know, we spent a couple days where it felt more like March. Well, not the case. We're going to go right into June with a nice warming trend. And of course, June 1st, also the start of hurricane season. While nothing to watch in the Atlantic right now, that's where our eyes will turn, keeping an eye on everything. Right now, Coney Island looking fantastic. 53 degrees out the door. We've got 72 for the high today with mostly sunny skies. More clouds tomorrow, 75. And of course, the rain Wednesday and Thursday. Still some stormy weather Friday into Saturday before we settle into June and settle into the mid and upper 70s. All right, Emily, delays out there, huh?
Oh, yeah. Subway delays. First off, they're running on a Sunday schedule today for Memorial Day, but you're going to find delays ADFG Rockaway Shuttle. Otherwise, major commuter rails are on a holiday and weekend schedule, so just take a peek before you head out. 18 northbound between Newman Springs Road, Tennant Road. We've got a closure here, Marlboro Township. That's due to a pretty serious crash. Also, delays on 15 northbound at Pondview Drive, a crash. Now, this is pretty close to those sinkhole repairs, so a lot of delays in the area. Flashing lights. 80-95, the local lanes northbound, right near 69, a disabled vehicle. George looks great. It's wide open. Spray northbound, right near 100. We've got an accident. And then Lincoln Tuttle, looking good. Michael, back to you.
Emily, thank you so much. President